Hey everybody, welcome to Live Friday from Vegas. David Collins is in the house, and we're live, David.
All right. If we could get hazy days up here.
So I'm still.
I need to turn my volume down. So you'll hear a little feedback. Hold on just a second. I need to. All right.
All right. Okay. Well, I didn't paint the spoiler this morning. We're going to get up and early tomorrow morning and paint it. The garage is all cleaned up and ready to go for it. So we'll do that tomorrow morning. So that'll be the blue, and then demask the whole thing, and then clear the whole thing. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's crossed. I got the stripes lined up properly. But I'm going to throw it on one more time tonight and double check to make sure. Back on the trunk. Let's see. Captain Jerk was up earlier, or he was before we went live. He and I were talking, and Crystal tagged him in to be chef tonight, so he's off making dinner. And so he said he'll be back. See, T-Dub had day surgery today, so I don't expect him up, but we never know. And let's see. And I don't know about Pat. I haven't talked to Pat at all. Let's say since Wednesday. So that covers just about everybody. Hazy and Dizzy have both been sent links, and so is Jimmy C.
And there's one watching.
Okay. So, and I had to look. So, but yeah, had fun.
You have to repeat yourself at some point, Tom. Huh? Nice presentation there, but you may have to tell everybody that again at some point.
I enjoyed doing the carburetor for Kenny, Rodder Files, or Street Rodder, whichever way you want to refer to Kenny as. But that was sort of fun. Haven't done one of those in a long time. Since you could deal with all these fuel injected motors lately, it's always been changing out the injectors to a larger size, or doing something, but never. But damn, go back to a carburetor. But yeah, Monday I went up there to his house, and he gave me the nickel tour. He's got a nice new house up there. He lives almost due north, just about. And probably about a 15-minute drive. But he couldn't get the one bug running, so we swapped out the carburetors, Old Blue as he calls it, and he got that running. But that thing's low with my fat ass in it and Kenny in it, and there was zero suspension travel. Okay. And so we took it around the block, and it just wasn't idling right. And that's when he said, "Can you rebuild this one?" Or I told him I can rebuild one. Give me it. But yeah.
And we're still waiting to find out if it worked.
Yeah, the rebuild worked. But
sometimes you can get a little air leak around one of the gaskets or something like that, and you got to go back in there and clean it up or something.
You end up with a fuel leak that you got to sit there and fix on the float. The thing that really amazed me, and I could have been wrong, but everything I looked up on that carburetor trying to read and rebuilding it and everything, there was no real float adjustment that I'm used to. The float locked in the bowl and everything else, and it was on a hinge, and it went up and it went down, and there was a little plastic stopper on the float that stopped it so far to going down, and that was it. And usually there's a float adjustment on there. Do you sit there and
hello, Breezy's Bike Shop.
Breezy, what's going on? So, and Shandog jumped in real early, and I sent him. I put the link on. If you look at the chat, David, and I sent him the link, and I haven't seen anything from him since. So I don't know.
I don't like to do this to you, Tom, but I'll be right back. I don't know why somebody texted me, but I want to see what it's about. Shandog, come on up.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing. Hang on. Hello? In the middle of the show. You can either send it to me or I give you my card. What I mean, you tell me. Okay. How are you feeling? Okay. All right. Can give me a minute and I'll call you right back. Okay? I don't want to do this live on the air. But
Spam.
okay.
I was thinking pharmacy telling me that I had a prescription ready, but it's not.
Okay.
I was thinking it can't be the pharmacy because that was quick. I just went to the doctor and had a lab done, and it couldn't have gotten the results from the lab that quickly. The doctor's not even there today.
David, hold the fort down for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Dean Machine. All right, click that link. Tom stepped out for a second. He'll let you up, bring you up from the basement. Oh, thank you for making it all caps because of my bad eyes. Mine are just as bad as Dizzy's. So what are you all doing for your memorial? I do that every year, Labor Day weekend. Any big plans? Everybody I know except one person staying home and just kind of laying low because of this damn virus.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yard sale. Okay, sounds like fun. I'll be right over tomorrow.
It's Emily's birthday weekend, and we always buy her dinner. We're usually in Grapevine. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. And so I had to, we're buying them dinner tonight. So I had to give all the information, the credit card. So who's in the chat? Shandog.
Shandog, Dean Machine.
Dean Machine, what's going on? Shandog, Breezy's Bike Shop. And Shandog, I did put the link in there if anybody wants to jump up. So. K&D Scrapping, what's going on? T-Dub said he'd be up in a little bit. I don't know about Pat. So let's see, what was I talking about before the phone rang?
Pardon the top of my head. I could make this email bigger. Got to make it huge. I wish I could show you my screen, but the cable is not long enough to reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. All right, so yeah, tomorrow morning I'll get up and I'll paint the spoiler. That'll be base and clear. Start at 6, should be done about 9, 10, 9:30, 10. And then we'll let that set up for a week or two or for a couple of days, and then we'll sand and buff that and put it on the car.
Yeah.
And that'll be that's the last major body panel to paint other than underneath the hood. But the hood's been painted once already, but I didn't screw it up on the last paint job. So now I got to fix my screw up.
Yeah, it's only going to get up to 80 here tomorrow. You'd love it. You could paint all day here and not have a problem because we have relatively low humidity, about 50%, which is low for us.
Yeah, but the funny thing about it is all the reducer and hardener I got is all for higher temps.
Yeah, your stuff wouldn't work here.
So,
and you got to watch out with the humidity with the clear. You don't have to worry about it, but sometimes if we put clear on, it'll have a white haze underneath.
Yeah.
The humidity will get trapped, and then you have to just take all the clear off, go back down to the paint, and start over. And wait for the humidity to go down. A neighbor did some small body work, motorcycle work, and he just made his dining room into a paint room because they do it in the house with the air conditioning on.
Okay.
And not have the humidity.
Hang on now. This is Pat. He's shopping for a shotgun.
All right.
Hang on. I got to answer him.
What is he going to shoot?
I don't know. Somebody breaking into his house.
Well, a shotgun would definitely solve the problem.
Yeah. They'd have to strain the remains. So, oh, who's in there?
Got another one. Kay and Dean scrapping.
I think. Am I there?
Hey, Dean.
Oh, I gotta turn it down. How's it going, guys?
It's going. How's it going with you?
Going good.
It's another Friday.
Yep, another Friday, another day. Yeah, boring weekend ahead. Well, not really boring, but yeah, boring. I got to put a rear end in my truck. Freaking wiring went out last week Friday.
So you don't like doing that?
No, not anymore. I don't like.
Well, I thought about sending Tom a carburetor to rebuild.
Yeah, carburetor. No, that wouldn't be bad. Doing something like that on a bench.
Yeah,
he could rebuild a Vespa carburetor.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll send it to him. It's working fine right now, but if it messes up, I know somebody that could rebuild it.
Yeah. That ain't bad, But laying on the ground with all the eating rust, nah, I'm done with that crap. But I got to do it. So.
Yeah, that's when I started the Camaro, and it was all on the groundwork and everything else. I carpeted the garage.
Well, if I ever have to rebuild a carburetor, it would be in the house. My dining room table doubles as my workbench. All I have to do is put something down over it to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing but like a Formica. It's some office, stuff when you go in an office. It actually looks really nice. I don't know what the material is. It's some hard material and it has a wood grain. You can't do anything to it. You'd have to gouge it with a chisel to do any damage to it.
Nice. Super duty.
Shandog goes.
I'm probably quiet.
Train the bolts.
Shandog.
Gaffa, what's going on? Gaffa's in the house. So,
Gaffa.
I'm painting tomorrow, so that's what I'm doing.
So what's new?
Man.
Tom's painting. What's everybody else doing? He's working on a
Spraying the bolts.
truck. I might go out for Chinese. My friend is going to pick me up and take me to a Chinese place. Find maybe a decent place. We don't have any really good Chinese places around here. But this place is in another town, like 10 miles away from here. He says it's a good place.
Okay, cool. And Dean's taking a rear end out, or replacing the rear end.
Yeah, Shandon asked if I was spraying the bolts with penetrant, probably, but I think I'm just gonna burn the shit off.
Put some heat to it.
Yeah, like cut it right in half. A lot of times,
Hopefully, you don't have to cut it out of there. That would be a mess.
Yeah.
They just torched the whole thing. I got to get U-joints too, but they left the back one on there with a piece of drive shaft. So maybe I could. No, just kidding.
With a piece of dry shaft?
Yeah. Piece of aluminum drive shaft. About 4 inches long and the U-joint sticking out of the pinion. That's what happened though, dude. I thought I had a leak, right? So I bought a new cover. I thought there was a rust hole in the cover. So I bought a new cover and gasket, which I have an extra gasket now because the cover came with one. But anyways, it wasn't the cover or the gasket. It was the casting around where the gasket seals. There was pits in the one area near the bottom. So I think it was a poor cast, And then I replaced it and I put a lot of sealer and shit on there. I thought it was good, but I think the thing ran dry. I heard hissing when I was going like 75, 80 miles an hour. It's like, what is that noise? Next thing you know, it's like, whoa. It's the sound of a dry bearing, I guess, just before it explodes. I got it home, though. I was only 5 miles from home.
Right. You only had to go 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was max. Yeah. 20 was better than 10.
It blew up.
It seemed like 20 was better than 10, so I went 20. Less noise. People on the side of the road, walking their dogs, looking at me. This thing's. I mean, it was loud. It was loud, man.
You blew out a rear end from backing plate to backing plate.
Yeah, I just got a rear end from a boneyard today.
Oh, okay.
It's funny, man, how much the prices vary. It's just like looking for shit online. You call around the local junkyards, and the first one I found, they wanted $950. The one I just bought was $350, like a $600 less for the same thing. Yeah,
sounds like a college
to do the shopping then.
Yeah, I did that when I was younger, when I was a kid too. Like ordering stuff on Dennis Kirk for my motorcycles and shit, and then calling around. I remember one time I went to this motorcycle shop and I asked them for the Dennis Kirk price because they usually would give it, but for the thing I was buying, the actual factory one was cheaper than Dennis Kirk's, and the guy told me that. He goes, "Do you want Dennis Kirk's price, or do you want our price?" Yeah, they'll do that to you once in a while. They'll look at you. Do you want that? Are you sure you want that price?
Yeah.
I'm still not over Dennis Kirk. I ordered a set of tires from them, and they charged me.
That was the shit
disposal fee.
In the late 70s, man. When it started coming out, no tax too. I remember.
Yeah, well, they charge you a disposal fee on tires, and you're in another state.
Oh yeah.
And I still have to dispose of the old tires.
Yep.
At my expense.
Hey, Dean, Gaff would just ask you a question in the chat.
21 Tom. No, hey, what is he saying there?
Actually,
Dennis. No, it's my chat's like delayed. There it is. Sorry, Dean, I was distracted. Did you just say that? Got a boner from a rear end? In the yard. Well, it is in the yard right now. Still sitting on the trailer. Didn't get it off yet. I had to borrow my friend's. He has an old Tahoe, a 95, and he goes, because the wheelbase is short, it steers a little funny. I was driving the thing. It's like, no, the fucking front end is sloppy. That's what it felt like to me. It's like my wife's Forster's got a short wheelbase. It's tight as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him that. It's like, dude, no, you got sloppy front end.
You might get the front. You might look into getting the front end rebuilt.
Yeah. Oh, this truck he found, this Tahoe, was in really nice shape. There's no rust. He bought it. It's originally from the South, but it's a 95. It's a slug too compared to the 5.3s. The 5.7 back then was a slug. The throttle body.
Mm-hmm.
The 5.3 with the multi-port is definitely more spunky.
Yeah, that's what my brother and I used to do. Is I used to find convertibles and ship them back to him in the Midwest, and and he'd sit there and clean them up and flip them and sell them because convertibles in the Midwest this time of year are worth their weight in gold.
Yeah.
They were out today in force. People were riding with the tops down.
I did that on the motorcycles.
You always have the
never had a
top down
convertible
on the
car.
motorcycle.
I just had convertible motorcycles.
Problem is I don't like to ride without a jacket, one of those jackets on that protect you. I just wait till it cools down unless I absolutely have to ride it.
Yeah, I've been hot many times because I usually always, if I'm going on a long ride, or when I used to ride motorcycles, I definitely wore a leather,
Well, if you go on a long ride, you'll cool off because you've got the wind. I'd rather not have road rash. I'd rather be hot and not have road rash if in the unlikely event that the bike went down, and it can go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rode all enduros or, street legal dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And, the one day that I didn't wear long pants and a leather coat, I actually had shorts on and a sneaker and a t-shirt. I blew up the transmission by power shifting. It locked right up right in the middle of an intersection, man.
You
Like,
went right over the handlebars.
No, I didn't. I got lucky. It just skidded, and I was able to get off of it and push it to the side of the road. You know what was really funny though? Is an old timer with that at the time, old. Now I'm an old timer, but a guy say my age when I was in my early 20s pulls over with a Honda CB 350 motorcycle with saddlebags, and this guy actually had a chain break in there because what happened was, when my tranny locked up, it locked up, and the master link was right up in the front where the motor was. You couldn't get at it, unless you had more tools.
Yeah, it takes a highly skilled rider to recover from a broken chain. It could cause an accident. It could cause the bike to go down if the rider isn't experienced enough, doesn't know what happened.
Yeah, I was a dirt bike rider. I actually tried to crash.
That's why motorcycle chain's nothing to mess around with. And
I wasn't going
wears
fast.
out, replace it.
It broke right at first a second. So I wasn't going fast, so no biggie. No over the handlebars.
Well, even the Vespas, they have a drive belt instead of
But
a chain.
anyways, that day it was like 90 degrees out, and I had to push that bike 6 miles to get it back to my parents' house. So I was thankful I had shorts on,
I had to push a bike uphill like 2 blocks, and it about killed me. I used to work somewhere that was 2 blocks from a shop that worked on them. A shop I knew well. I knew the couple. It's a family business. I thought, no sweat. I'll just push it up there because I had a flat tire.
Oh, geez.
You should try pushing it up a hill.
With a flat tire?
It was only 2 doors down.
Wow.
How was it? Puffing and huffing when I got to the top of that hill, that bike with a flat tire. I said, "Oh no, it's nothing. I'll just push it up there and let them take care of it. I'll call a cab." Well, I just worked my shift, and they didn't have time to fix it, so I just got a cab, took a cab home, came back the next day. It was ready.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at the weather.
Worked again and took it home, rode it home.
I'm looking at the weather for tomorrow morning.
Hey, Anthony's in there.
Fine.
Redneck son bitch.
Do you have access enough to get up here?
Yeah.
The link's in the chat.
We'll give it to him fresh so he doesn't have to go looking.
Yeah, I was able to figure it out. He can figure it out. Just got to scroll up.
I was going to look up.
I had a friend kept telling me to scroll
there
up.
It is, Anthony.
Actually scrolling down. And I kept going up because he said up and he was getting pissed. He says, "No, I said up." I said, "I am going up." "You mean down?" He goes, "No, make the text go up."
Why do you have
that
to
means
go
you're
up?
looking
You
down.
have to go backwards. You have to go up in the old text.
Yeah. That's going
How
up.
can you scroll down? There'll be nothing.
Yeah, it brings the top down, so it's backwards, and some people can't understand that.
No, it must.
There he is.
Oh, shit.
Howdy, brother.
He's back.
You was talking to the TV? No, I'm online. Trying to get my speaker to work here.
You fucking broke it.
I think you need to mute your YouTube. Or is that the TV?
Is mine echoing?
So
I'm not
Anthony,
echoing, am I?
how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I just got power and net back today.
Ouch.
Well, actually, power was net today. Yeah.
Man,
How long did they?
It's a freaking mess.
You were out. Your power was out for like a week, huh? Did anybody from Duke
Yeah.
Power come down there to help you out?
Ain't no Duke around here. Duke died a long time ago, man.
Well, no, they
It's
The other power
Cleco around here.
come in
Duke Power died a long time ago.
when they had the hurricane at Mom's. They which was about 2 weeks ago. They
Yeah, Duke was bought up by Entergy.
from Oklahoma came and worked on their lines. They
Yeah,
had
but Duke's no longer here, man. They got bought out by Energy years ago.
no, but what I'm saying is, if
Kappa.
you have an emergency, sometimes they help each other
I
out.
like that too, Dean.
Yeah.
Gaffer, what Gaffer wrote in the chat. When I was a boy, we used to have to push a bike 6 miles uphill with
Both ways.
tires, and I like how he spells tires.
Tire. Yeah.
Tire.
Towing a hay wagon in -2
Oh, Anthony would say
cold wizard. All right,
tires.
tires.
Yeah. You know, I
They're tires.
I worked with this guy from Louisiana, and he was basically a Cajun, man. And I don't even think he went to school. And yeah, he talked really funny. And he was trying to tell me my tire's low, but he kept saying tire slow. To me, it sounded like tire slow. Then he pointed. I go, tire slow. What the fuck's a tire slow? Man pointed and he said, "Oh, my tire is low." Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, you need to wash your hands, man.
Yeah.
And wash. You gotta wash your hands, man.
Wash it. Yeah.
So, Anthony, are things starting to come back around?
Very slowly. The only reason I'm back up power wise though, because I'm 3 blocks from the hospital.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to infrastructure, it's the hospital, city hall, the police station, all the businesses, and then the outskirts.
Yeah.
Right now, if you go 2 lights down, it's still dead from me. There's no power.
So was the hospital on a generator for all this?
No, their power's back up. That's why my power's on. I'm on the same
Yeah, but
grid as
your power was out though for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one good thing about where I do live. I don't stay out of power long because they're gonna get the hospital and city hall back online.
Well, it never really goes out where I live. All the power lines are underground.
Yeah, but you can't do power lines underground here, bro. You dig a hole 2 foot, you got a pond.
There's water. You don't want your lines underwater.
So, Anthony,
No.
are you saying you got a high water table where you live?
Just put it this way: I could go dig a 4x4 6 foot hole, and it'd be full of water every day after I pump it out.
You know,
And it only take about 5 minutes to fill it back up.
Yeah.
I'm about 3 minutes away from 2
My buddy,
medical centers where they fly people in on helicopters because they got the cardiac.
yeah. My buddy lives on a piece of land, and he's got a well that's only a 30-foot, 4-inch sewer pipe straight down in the ground, and it gets about 10 gallons of every 5 minutes out of it. Yeah,
Probably not drinkable water.
it is after you filter it and boil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go, well, if you have to, an emergency, but it's good for flushing the toilet.
Well, no, he's off the grid, so that's where his water comes from. He's got his own water system, so.
There's a well on my property. We live in a
Still have to flush.
Well, it's no different than the city. They pump it out well, pump it in a tank, flush it full of fluoride and chlorine, and send it out to you.
Well, actually, in our case, it comes from Lake Mead. And
Right, yeah.
The chlorine and everything else, and then sent it.
Yeah, we have a reservoir where they fills up.
Yeah, Yeah, ours comes from Lake Erie, where it dumps into the Niagara River.
Yeah.
Right there is the intake. You know.
Well, I didn't stay without power long because I have a generator, so my generator was running almost a week solid. So, but I got a generator that powers my entire house. You know.
We had an October snowstorm once to where real heavy, wet snow took down. You know, all the trees still had leaves on them and shit. You know, so it took a lot of trees down. Dude, my wife was starting to lose it when the power finally came back on. You know, she's like, it's all she
I
heard was
got to tell people I got to have a generator because one, my freezers, I'm not going to lose my food. And two, I can't take heat, so I got to have air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a whole house one.
Especially in the middle of August down here.
Well, Mom's power was out for like 3 days, and the insurance company paid for everything they lost in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
They just said to make a
Yeah,
list.
but why lose it when you don't have to? You know what I mean?
And the house, the tree fell down. It didn't fall on the house, but it cost $2,600. Her backyard,
My carport in the back it's gone.
everything hit her.
Carport, wait.
She lost her
Hold
garage.
it. Anthony, you said the carport in your back is gone.
Yeah, the roof off my shop's gone.
Holy
Oh,
smoke!
but all your stuff in your shop.
My metal building, about a 60-foot, 100-year-old pecan tree fell on it. It demolished it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
What a fucking storm. We've never had, you know, our snowstorms are cool. They only last like 3 days. And shit. Everything's back to
I'll
normal. You
eventually
know?
have some video up.
On the golf there.
what did you say, Anthony?
I said I'll eventually have some video up. There's a lot of shit around here got destroyed.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Lake Charles has almost got wiped off the map.
I almost don't want to see it. That sounds really bad.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't no deaths, not that many anyway. Most of the deaths we had from idiots.
Yeah.
Running generators in the garages and in the carports. Yeah. You go to sleep, never wake up.
Yeah.
People on roofs that shouldn't be on roofs falling off and breaking their necks. You know. Yeah, you know, it's always, you know how it is when you have destruction like that, someone automatically becomes Mr. Handyman. You know, I can fix that.
Yeah. Watch this.
Yeah, you know, hold my beer, watch it.
Oh, man, I got. Hey, we got. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, we got to run. We get ready to go and find somewhere to eat. We all hungry.
KFC is open.
All right, glad to see you weathered the storm.
Mrs. Redneck.
Oh, yeah. It was a hell of a ride, but house is still standing. Just a piece of it got broke.
All right.
All right, later, y'all.
All right, we'll see you.
I remember right after a hurricane, all the power was out, you know, for like miles around. And the only thing open was a Walgreens and a KFC. And all the KFC was doing, the only thing that was open was the drive-through. And all they were serving was a meal and only charging $5 a meal. Their KFC had power because they had a generator. And all of the kitchen equipment is gas, natural gas. And Walgreens generator had to have a pharmacy. You know, people had to get meds somehow. So the whole city, the power in the whole city was out for that.
All right. Cool. Hey, T-Dub, how you doing?
Hey,
I'm
since
doing
everybody's having a drink, cheers.
So did everything work? You get dinner ordered?
Yeah, it's all good, sir.
Okay. All right.
I moved away from that hurricane shit. I got so tired of that. We don't really have to worry about. We got a hit. I mean, it was like a tropical storm, but nothing like what Anthony got.
We lived in Florida for 2.5 years. In those 2.5 years, and we were, and my Uncle Pat lived on the East Coast, and I was stationed at Tampa on the West Coast, and we would drive every weekend. If I didn't have weekend duty, we were on the East Coast. We'd just go over to my Uncle Pat's house and just hang out, Nancy and I, and knock on wood, forget it, it's done over with. But we never had a hurricane. The only thing that ever happened is that the siren went off at MacDill, and my plane just came in, and I'm turning it, getting it ready for the afternoon flight, and the siren went off, and I looked up, and here are 2 water spouts coming in off of Tampa Bay, coming towards the flight line, and because the MacDill was right on the bay, so everybody just beat feet to one of the hangars. But the minute those things came online, they just dropped and went away. But the wind and the force was still there, and it almost pushed a couple F4s around once it got onto the flight line.
Shit.
So
Strong wind.
but that's I want to say the biggest storm or the biggest thing that I'd ever seen in Florida for the 2.5 years I was living there.
You were on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but your mom will never go there again. Bugs.
Yeah.
And heat.
Damn mosquitoes are the size of F-16s.
Yeah.
They have to get clearance to land from the air.
Yeah. I got a bunch of skeeters coming in.
So, okay.
I don't miss any of that. I don't miss mosquitoes.
All right. Dub, your house is quiet. Did everybody go get dinner?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah. Well, except for Lena, she's sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Refill.
So cool. All right.
I'm waiting for my dinner to come home, maybe. My lovely wife. Where is she? Not for a bit yet, maybe.
Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out what we're going to have for dinner for tonight.
Yeah. I'm getting hungry. Who's talking about food? Damn it.
I know T Dub's going to go here in a minute. He's going to be gone.
Stomach's already going.
And it's only 3 here, so it's going to be a while before we even think about dinner.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, I'm East Coast. It's 6.
Yeah, it's 6:07.
Yeah.
So
6:07.
oh, you never told me, T Dub. How did the girls like those skulls from Captain Jerk?
Oh, they liked them.
Oh, they did?
Yes, they did. They goof around with them until they realized that if they dropped them, they could break them.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And they didn't break them. And then they realized that the green one was glow in the dark. So they take all my high lumen flashlights and they light it up and then run around and play with Elena at night.
Okay. Yeah. Now they're talking to him about making gear shifts out of them.
Oh, that's
So-
cool. Yeah, all you do is really just drill and tap the bottom of it.
Well, I would drill and then I would put a nutsert in there with thread it, rather than tap it, put a nutsert in there and epoxy that in to where at least I had metal on metal rather than the plastic. Because if you grab a gear and you're going for something, all of a sudden that plastic,
Yeah.
I just would assume have some metal in there. Drill a deep hole, fill that hole full of epoxy and put a nutsert in there and let the epoxy set up.
Yeah. Nutserts are good for stuff like that. Pretty damn strong, too.
Yeah.
Wonder if I could put it in my my car with the automatic. See if I can replace the leather gear shift head.
With your teal one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think isn't yours held in on the side with an Allen screw on the side?
To be honest with you, I have not even looked. I figured this is the last car I'm going to do anything with until the warranty's out.
Oh, okay. All right, now it's my turn. I gotta go get one.
Well, I would have had you do
All
it
right.
for me.
I'll grab one, too. I'll grab 2. Grabbing 2.
Well, I missed Jimmy C last night by 45 minutes. He must have signed off early.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. And he's not on here today.
Wait, we got a sidetrack.
But I will catch him Sunday night because I'm not working Monday. I missed the Sunday night show because I work Mondays, so I'll have that.
I'm gonna say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Right back.
Well, he knows.
I guess.
I went to bed last night at like 8 o'clock, and I woke up at 3, and I hopped out here to look at the computer, and he had finished it like 40 minutes. He signed off early. I can't stay up late.
Wow, that's a shocker. Usually
He's on at least 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking I would catch the tail end of it.
I couldn't do that.
And that's when all the people from on the other side of the pond get on there, because it's, 8 o'clock their time?
Yeah.
When it's 3 o'clock here? Yeah. They're just having their morning tea. Ian will pop up in the comments, but he's not working now. He's on furlough.
Who?
So it's Ian Matthews. He's scrapping full time now, at least trying to get the garage reorganized again. Looks like he moved everything around in there.
I cleaned mine last night, started last night, finished it up this morning, and got it all ready for painting tomorrow morning. So I'll paint the spoiler. And that leaves just underside of the hood left to paint.
But all you have to do for the spoilers, put the blue on, the white's done.
Yeah.
And the clear.
Put the blue on and dump some clear on it and let it set up. And
Now, does that hood come apart on the inside? Can you take that inside? Looked like it had an inside liner or whatever.
yeah,
And
the hood is,
come out so you can paint that, and maybe you can just clean that other overspray out. Just
yeah. Well,
buff it out.
before we take the hood off and everything else to paint it, what we're going to do is we're going to put the Ramjet emblems on there.
You have to take it off to paint it. Oh man!
No,
Then getting it back on there the right way.
we're going to put these on there.
Right.
I mean, these guys, this chrome work. I mean, if I ever do another car and I'm going to do chrome work, it's probably going to cost me more to ship than anything else, but that's the shop to do chrome work in. Oh, there he is. Sorry, Cap.
There he is.
That's the one to do chrome work. Get chrome work done.
That reminds me of that song by Ram Jam.
I got a luggage rack I'd like to have.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
I have some stuff I'd like to have rechrome, but it doesn't have to be completely smooth metal. You can't have any rust on it or anything. It's really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to do anything,
Good shops are hard to find.
I'd just replace it because I don't like it anyway.
Well, why don't you talk to you, Dizzy, about that?
Does he have a Vespa luggage rack for an LX?
No, but he's had things rechromed before.
Oh, this thing, it's got spring loaded. It's European. You put straps around it and put like a duffel. I don't want that. I just want the plain rack so I can put my box on the back of it. They make them. They're just expensive. I just need to find one. eBay or something.
Okay.
And I would just paint it. I wouldn't worry about chroming it. The thing is to paint it black. Well, the way to go is to powder coat it, but that's such a small piece. I would just use spray paint.
I see a Vespa wreck. I want it painted black.
Man, I'd love to live closer to you, Dizzy. He knows this shit. If it breaks something breaks down or whatever and you can't fix it, he can figure out a way to fix it.
Hey, Shandog. I'm doing okay.
Oh, there we go. All right, Cap, got to ask, what did you cook for dinner? Spaghetti.
Pasta.
Scatties.
Sketties.
Sketty and gravy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, just butter.
Butter noodles.
No salt.
No salt, a lot of
No
pepper.
salt. Little pepper, little garlic powder. I used a little salt in the water, but
That's usually
I didn't use garlic salt, and I didn't put any salt on the pasta.
well. Usually the salt in the water is enough.
Yeah. Little salt in the water, boil, and a little olive oil so the noodles don't stick together. The olive oil in the water will keep the noodles from sticking together. Boil it up. Throw it in the frying pan with some butter, a little garlic salt, a little onion salt, and some pepper.
Hey, Gaffa.
Garlic powder and onion powder, excuse me, not salt. And
If I'm gonna do fried spaghetti, I'm gonna do real onion and real garlic.
oh,
Yeah, but if you're in a pinch, like, oh, this is
that used to be the great. Okay, come on, I got to get out of here. What can I do?
that's
7
the
minutes.
quick meal.
7 minutes, pasta's done. You throw it in a frying pan with some butter. You end up with buttered noodles with a lot of pepper on it, and you'd sit there and wolf that down. And hey, I'm good to go for another
Take
12.
off. Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Anthony was on for a little bit.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Yeah, he was on the show just before you got on.
Hey, Breezy. What's up, Breezy? Anyway, I
Yeah.
figured I'd go down a list or up the list or whatever and say hi to people.
Anthony sat there and told him, he said it took the roof, his carport's gone. The roof off his shop is gone. Anthony is in that little stretch between Louisiana and Texas where the hurricane went through.
His power was out for a
And
week.
that's where Anthony lives. So that's what happened to his place. He says he's got videos he'll throw up here when he gets a chance.
So it kind of singled him out.
It was just pretty bad down there.
Well, they maybe the storms didn't want him to feel left out this year.
Well, he got his power back because he's near a hospital.
Yeah, he's on the same grid as
People all around him don't have power yet.
You know,
So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Paint.
What's new, Tom? Tom's going to be painting.
Man.
Well, actually, it's going to be something on the car. So what's
And
new?
then he's going to watch it dry.
Yep.
I know,
Beer
I
and
know what you're
dry.
going to be doing.
And then once it's, we lost T-Dub.
Oh man.
I'm still here.
Okay. I figured your dinner came.
No, I would at least be kind enough to say goodbye to you guys.
The
Yeah.
preparer of my dinner just came home and she actually got steaks today. It's like, holy crap. All right, we're good.
Yeah, I got steaks in the fridge.
All right. Well, no, she's building up that energy, Dean, so you can rip
Yeah,
that
she
end off.
does want something. You're right. She's after something. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
Well, the steaks got postponed. I went out to lunch today and had a big meal. And then tomorrow, maybe Chinese. So the steaks will have to wait till Monday, I guess. But
Actually, we go to T-Dub's place. There's that one place that you sit there and it's an old down at where was that one place we went to, T-Dub, that had the old butcher flat counter or the butcher style counter on it, and you sit there and you pick your steak and how much you want it, and that
oh, we used to.
Oh,
Texas
Texas
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. That was Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
But did you cook your own steak?
No, I made them cook it. I'm there for the margaritas.
You got it. I don't think I go for the margaritas, but they have good ribs. They have good
I'm
ribs.
really hungry.
I would have liked some bacon crumbles on top of my pasta tonight. That would have been really cool.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you fucked up and forgot it.
I don't buy bacon.
I like bacon.
Bacon's too salty for me.
Really? I
don't buy it. I won't keep it around because Crystal hardly ever eats it at all unless I cook it.
So, yeah, okay.
It doesn't last long here. We buy it, gets cooked right away.
Shandog
Cafeteria.
says his wife's making BLTs. Well, Shandog, we don't do BLTs because nobody in my household eats tomatoes. We do BLOs.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't eat lettuce.
Bacon, lettuce, and onion.
Yep.
the family's home. I got to get going, guys.
Enjoy your dinner.
Hey, enjoy.
Later,
You
T-Dog.
guys have a great night. See you guys later.
Happy birthday.
Later, bud.
Will do.
Oh, happy birthday.
Is it happy birthday?
It's Emily's birthday.
Yeah,
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday, Emily.
I got a
will let her know.
9-year-old granddaughter now.
Okay.
Holy.
You guys have a great night.
All right, we'll see you.
See you, man. I thought I was an old fart. He's got a 9-year-old granddaughter. I got like, what is he?
Dean, I'm a lot older than you think the way than I look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old's your oldest grandchild?
I'll let you do the math. I was born in 1950.
Holy crap. Mine was 62, so that means you're 12 years older than me.
Hey, how about this? Tom,
I feel old. I have a great niece.
how old is your
She
oldest
started
grandchild,
school.
Tom?
How old
She
is my
started
oldest
school last year.
grandchild? 11.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah. Evelyn's 11. He's the oldest and the firstest. Well, the oldest would be the firstest.
Well, how old is your oldest kid then?
T-Dub is the oldest, and God,
That's your son? I
yeah.
didn't know that.
He'd
That's
have to
fucking
be mine. No,
I'm glad I wasn't a dick to him.
mid-40s.
Oh, now you're going to make me use a calculator.
Don't worry, Dean. He can handle his own.
Okay.
I'd say he was like 40, 44, 45.
Well, Tom's old enough to have
He was
kids in
born.
their 50s.
But not anybody as old as me because I'll be 55 in December.
He's 43,
I was off by 1 year.
and Pat is 7 years younger than T-Dub. So when Pat comes on, he's 7 years younger than T-Dub.
And Pat sounds just like Tom.
Yep, and T-Dub sounds just like when they were all living here in the house, and the house phone rang, and they picked it up. I would just totally freak out everybody because they'd say, "Hey, Tom, yeah," and T-Dub would sit there and go, "Yeah, what's going on?" And he'd start carrying conversation about halfway through. "Dad, this is for you."
No, I had the same problem. My cousin Billy, when he got up to about 16 years old, he sounded like his father.
Shandog, I'm Dean's age. What else? Dub, safe.
Dog, yeah, I'm 58.
You were 27. I was 27. Yeah, actually, I got married when I was 25. So
I was 27.
I got married when I was 32.
I never got married.
All the way to 32 before I got married.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say nothing in case my lovely wife is listening.
Mine wouldn't watch me. Well, maybe though. You never know. It could be spying.
Yeah, Shandog is the same age as you, Dean.
Yep, 58. Almost there.
Well, you're
Shandog,
not an old fart. 50.
Shandog just turned that old.
I'm not that far behind you. I'm only 3 years behind you.
I beat the fuck out of myself throughout life, though, man. Those motorcycles were pretty painful.
Well, you're in the golden years now. You're in the midlife. You know, that's the happy time. You've already been through the crisis.
Yeah, my head's happy. The body's not, but my head's happy. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Probably Pat has had the same rough motorcycle life that you've had, Dean, on riding.
Yeah. My friends call me Awful Canoffle.
Pat has had his spleen removed, and I think his left arm has been broken. Both bones in his left arm.
See, I never really broke anything on the bikes. I just banged it up really bad, No broken bones.
Well, I don't tell everybody this. I've had a few
Yeah.
falls on the bike, but never broke anything. Gotten some road rash. Ruined about 2 helmets. When you ruin a helmet, you just throw it in the garbage and you get another one. Don't ever try to use a helmet.
Well, it's probably all my fault because I was the one that got him into this stuff. I mean, as a kid, he'd sit there and ride on. He would ride on the as a youngster. He would ride on the front of my street bike on it between the seat and the gas tank and sit there. I mean, 4 years old, 5 years old, and sit there on my street bike. And then when he was then he'd start riding. We do this thing every Sunday. We would start at Nellis Sand Dunes, which is north of Nellis Air Force Base. It's sand dunes. And I knew the path to go from there all the way to Lake Mead. And it's probably about a good half hour, 45, maybe an hour drive, depending upon how bad the wash is, because you had to go through some of the Las Vegas wash area. And and it was all 3-wheelers. I would be on a 250 cc. Nancy would have a big red, what was that, a 250 cc, and T-Dub would be on a 185 screaming little thing, and 3-wheelers, and we just
that big red, you can get hurt on one of those big reds.
Mm-hmm.
But I ran my leg over on one. I thought it was a dirt bike.
But yeah, so we'd sit there and ride out to Lake Mead, have a picnic lunch. This is our Sunday thing, and ride back. So Pat grew up always around the dirt bikes or the quads or the motorcycles or everything else. And so it was inevitable for him. Yeah, he's riding. He took the championship 2 years in a row out at Sandy Valley for his age group and size of bike. But he paid the price for it. And probably when he's my age, or actually Dean's age, he'll start paying the price more because his body's going to.
You start.
Well, you're going to fall. You're going to have wrecks on those bikes. I mean, if you're on 2 wheels, you're going to go down sooner or later.
Yeah.
I
had a chain across a closed off dirt road once that I went around to get into the park, and I did a backflip. Whoop, bam!
You forgot about it, huh? And
boy, did that hurt. But I used to have fun on those things.
Jump up, there you go. Yeah, you Dizzy's in the house. You got some real credit, but
oh yeah, you Dizzy, how you doing?
You know what I mean? Okay.
You Dizzy? No, it's Udsy.
He got some
Udsy
from the road, if you know what I mean. All right.
Udsy's cool.
Dean has a chain on his shorts.
No, I actually made an imprint on my chest when I did that. And there's a permanent dent in my one bicep from the chain. The chain did not break. Backflip. Whoop, bam. Ripped the freaking clutch lever off the bike and everything. I had to drive without a clutch.
Well, Captain's playing with the light again.
How'd you keep from stalling out?
Oh, I was very crafty on shifting. Yeah, I tried to pop it in the neutral before I got to a red light, and then when I went to take off, I give her a couple of steps, and then just pop it in first.
And nursed it.
Well,
because they're all synchromesh trainers. You can drive it without the clutch.
Once you get the RPM, sit there and match.
Oh, was it a Honda?
Yeah, I never used to use the clutch a lot when I drove bikes.
You must have had a semi. What were you riding?
All right,
no,
guys.
it was a Yamaha Enduro. It was a standard transmission, but if you synchro, you can drive without a clutch.
Yeah, Yamaha was kind of a not an automatic, but kind of.
No,
you,
no, it
you
was a
could drive it
standard.
without the clutch. You could drive
Is
it.
he-
A lot of I drove a car without the clutch too. If you synchro, you got a synchro. That's all. Yeah, like he said, you're gassing. You know.
You'd have to,
Yeah.
yeah,
You got to feel it. You
I
feel
mean,
the
you're going
sweet
the
spot.
daggone
You go
transmission,
right in.
actually, but
You got to totally feel it.
in an
You got to feel it. Feel it.
Wait a minute. Did I hear before I came in here you said you had biceps? What the fuck?
I got a dent in the one. Well, it's under here now.
Look at this. You want to see something cool? Come here. Come on. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you
wait.
got a little puppy. Pencil.
Oh, really? A
Puppy doggy.
Look at this. I got a little Jack Russell. Look at the peoples. Look at the peoples over here. Hey, stop looking at my
Hey,
face.
Jack.
Hey, Jack. Look
Oh, he's adorable. Look at him.
Look at him.
Look at that puppy.
Oh, look at his little Peter.
Yeah.
It looks like the little
Get out of here, kid.
What's his
Go on
name?
now, boy, you bother me.
dog
What
spit.
is his name?
Archie.
Archie. His name's Archie.
Look, he's like, yes. His
Whose
tail's
dog is it? Is that yours?
Archie.
No,
You
baby.
want me to
It's Glenn's dog.
You want me to take this off?
You're babysitting.
Shan dog. We're babysitting that little. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe him. He's like so energetic.
Oh yeah.
Shan dog came to my shop and he's got one of these
All
dogs. It's
terriers.
like a pug-a-doodle and it's like really chubby. This little dog's got so much energy. It was running around, and jumped on the dog like sideways with all four paws. It bounced off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Jack Russells do, man. They bounce off of stuff.
Yeah, but I brought him here, and he's calm as can be. Listen, as soon as we picked him up, we went to a fire. We took him to his first fire. I'm not even.
That's cool.
I'm not
That's
even. Kidding.
neat.
Yeah. So he's already been to his first fire with Dizzy.
Right.
So any dog,
How long are you babysitting or dog sitting?
Till tomorrow night. Look at him. Look at him on the scene. Look at him, the little doodle.
Is he adding water to the? He's adding water to the fire truck.
Yeah, look, I
any
just
dog can benefit from the any dog can reap the benefits of fire dog training school.
That's right. I mean, he's a pretty good boy too. Like he was well behaved. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool shit, Diz.
Fucking right.
Yeah, I said it right that time.
Oh, look at! I even changed my name to Uggsy. I changed my name to Uggsies.
Did
Ugg-
you? Uggsy. I was saying it with a D. Not a G.
Uggsy. Oh,
With a D. Yeah, Udsy. So it'd probably be UDZY, I think.
Hey, Dean, are you dyslexic?
why?
Dyslexic?
Slightly?
Probably. I could probably balk backwards.
Shandog said he'll be back
Bad.
shortly. Dorito
That made
is
sense
in
to me.
the house.
That's a scary thing, Dean. That made sense to me when you said that. Because I'm dyslexic too. I can't.
Have a little-
UDZY. There's no I in there.
No?
What's up, Dorito?
I don't know. Captain Jerk keeps playing with that light that hurt himself. He hurt himself earlier with it.
Yeah. You shoot your eye out, kid.
No,
look at this.
it's a UV
When those
light.
first came out back in Nam, that's what happened to me. Hanging on the LZ, someone shined it.
These are actually UV light.
Oh, that can hurt you.
No,
You
he's
can't-
killing it. He's killing the coronavirus.
Well, that'll do
You know
it.
what? That's true shit, man. Because I work HVAC, and I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 15, 20 years ago. I did some demolition in a big building downtown, and they actually had UV inside the return air ductwork.
Yep.
Yeah, because it killed all the viruses and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Burn all the get all the
So this
airborne
technology's
critters
been
out of
around
the area.
forever.
Yep.
What's that?
Yeah. and we're all running from Corona.
Well, I
Yeah.
went into a building today, and they check your temperature.
Oh,
and
cool.
They ask you if you have all these questions. Have you had
If you're gonna
coronavirus?
you tell the story, what you're going to need to be doing is sitting there saying, "We were in the field, and I was running point, and just as I sat there and turned, my lieutenant yelled my name, and I turned my head, and at that time, a punji stick roll came running out like that and caught me in my eye. That's what happened." How's
Yeah. Really, it was one of those freaking hookers. She poked me with her fingernail.
that?
Watch this.
Whoa. Son of a
It's
steam.
electric. It's electric.
Hold it, wait, Cap. All right, now do it again.
It's electric.
We used to use those in the optical lab in final inspection.
See how it glows?
You know the eyeglasses that turn dark, like the transitions. That's how we tested whether they used a transitions lens. You shine a UV light on it, and it would react.
Is that a filling from your tooth?
It's a skull.
Oh, a skull.
Skull.
That's too small for a gear shifter.
This one,
Over here.
you charge it up, and then it'll glow in the freaking dark.
Fucking A.
Oh, that is cool.
Fine, look at that. That's so when he tucks it, he can find it again.
I think I caught that one.
Gus,
That's that weird shit, right? Tuck it.
I don't know. I was talking to T-Dub about the girls in the two skulls the captain sent them, and they sat there and he said they'd love those things, and then I had to remind them that if they drop them really hard, they might break, and so now they're really careful with them. And then he told me, he says, then they discovered that one was glow in the dark, and now they used all my high energy flashlight batteries up, sitting there glowing, and then they chased little what she's 1 year old Elena around the house with the glow in the head skull.
It's funny. The glow in the
I remember having a whole set of them when I was a kid, all the bones and everything, and it would glow in the dark, the whole skeleton. But you could put it together. It was like Tinker Toys. You could put the skeleton,
Yeah.
all the
Okay.
pieces, and you could put it together.
All right, now Tinker Toy skeleton. Think about
Look
it.
at the freaking shirt Tom's
Oh
wearing.
no, they were all kind of looped,
Tom, kind sir.
and you could put it on a string and hang the
Ah.
skeleton up.
I'll put mine on just for that.
I got a skull on my golf cart.
Look at that. Me and Tom got
Came
the
from
same
a
exact
anatomy toy.
shirt.
It's
Look
about
at that shit.
It's about as big as a baseball, though.
Here's the one that Gary Ramsey was cutting out at Ramsey Customs.
Oh wow!
There. Now it looks good. Yeah, I thought that was quite cool. But they're paper thin. I mean,
Burned out of sheet
You know,
metal.
okay, that would be a nice inlay. Like you take like a bezel, right? It's got a flat back to it, and then you freaking paint the inside of it. Drop that inside, and then freaking fill that with the freaking resin.
all right.
That would be
Right.
Hey,
that'd be tight.
Captain, I'll send you a couple. You can play with them.
Okay. Cool.
I'll send you something you can play with too.
I don't think you can mail it.
Hey, Biz, nice shirt.
The
thanks,
envelope will get soggy. I think probably. You never know.
Freaking right. Tom, I got told last night that I mean, some weird things happened yesterday. It just seemed like a really weird.
Things happened yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I was on the scene of a fire, and Andrew, the driver, the lieutenant from car 3 on shift 3, group 3, text me, call me as soon as you can. So when I left the fire, I came home and called him, and he told me that I'm part of them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're
cool,
part
buddy.
of the crew.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. You know what he was saying. If it was fucking 11 o'clock at night, and I don't have it to show you, but last night a Boston firefighter and another gentleman came by the house and dropped off a patch and an action figure from 9/11, and it's
Oh, wow.
like the most elaborate action
cool.
figure. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
That's cool.
9/11.
yeah, like this is the action figure. It's the real deal. It comes with Halligan.
Hold it. There you go. All right.
Yeah, he came there, he gave me a patch, and then he gave me that, and it comes with all the tools, 21 moving parts, and I'm never gonna take it out of the box. But
No, it's a mint.
Yeah, but what? I mean, come on. On the side note is, and that's cool and everything else. But what fucking toy company, and excuse the expression, would come out and do something like that?
well, the proceeds, if you read that, the proceeds went to the Dennis Leary Firefighter Foundation. So
Oh,
wow.
these were made just for them, you know, and all the money it says right on it. I mean, this is a toy that I got given, but I understand what you mean. But just to let you know, it wasn't that.
I'm retracting my statement.
Yeah, but how cool is it? I mean, the guy just gave me a ring and said, "Hey, Dizzy, I'm in town, and I got something for your museum." I'm like, "Really? Whoa, okay."
That's cool.
After this guy, Andy, my buddy, just called me and told me that they see me as part of them now, you know? So he goes, "So you should act as such now, Diz." And I was like, "Well, okay, whatever you say."
Well,
Nah,
then,
don't straighten
Dizzy,
up.
you should have turned around. Then I expect a truck to pick me up here at my house every fire. Come on.
You don't even understand. Listen, I was just at a fire. The video I put up today, a firefighter from Engine 13 twisted his ankle. So his partner from Engine 13 helped him on the stretcher. And after he did that, he turned right around, and I'm standing there with the safety officer. And he looks at me and he says, "Diz," he goes, "after this COVID thing, you're going to have to come down to my station." He goes, "because it fucking killed me inside having to drive by you that day on Main Street." He goes, "But I knew if I picked you up, I would have got in trouble." I was like, "That's like fucking right, man." Like, he just came out of a fucking burning house. He's helping a dude on a stretcher, and he's thinking about me and picking me up. I'm like, "Dude, don't even worry about it." Right? How cool. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we just had one today, and it was really cool. I don't know. They just treat me so nice. I feel like a celebrity when I go there, you know?
It's fucking cool. So then you're a nozzle nut, as my one friend would say.
No.
I wanted to be a firefighter, you know, when I was younger. Of course, I can't do it now.
Dean, I'm like,
Johnny,
last
Here.
night they
I
told
had a feeling he was going to.
listen, stop making me big.
All right.
When
not making you big. All right, there. You're not
last
big.
night when he called, he told me, like, you know, there's no one in this city ever that has done what I do. I volunteer my time. I film every single fire. Some are fatal. Some you don't even see smoke. But the problem, I mean, the reason why I'm doing it is because it's a rolling history of the fire department in the city from when I started 8 years ago until now. You can go back and look at every single fire in this city I have been at, whether I had to run, take a cab, fucking have Tina, call a friend. My daughter's taking me to some, you know, however I got to get there, I am there always. You know, never in the way, never disrespectful, never. If I capture something that shouldn't be on, I never show it. I'm not like, I don't sell my pictures to the press. I don't sell it to the news. It's all just for them. And now I think they're really seeing that, and they're like giving me, you know, a little more leeway each time. You know?
You're not just a freaking truck chaser.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not a fire buff. I'm not a nozzle dude. No, I'm just filming.
I never heard
I'm
this.
just filming
I
the
didn't
work.
really Yeah. I didn't mean harm by it. I just thought it was a
Oh
funny
no,
thing.
no! I just want to tell you, for me, it's not that, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people call me a buff of fire, and that's totally not what I am. I freaking hate fires, I do. But if I have to go to a fire to show how hard they're working or when they save somebody or something, then that's what I'll do, And a lot of the things that I've noticed is they watch my videos and I hear them like certain stations will invite me down there for dinner and stuff. And as they're watching my video on the big screen, they'll be talking like, oh, you should have put your truck this way. Then I could have came in a little this way. So to me, if it helps that way, if it helps that way where they can come up on a scene and say, last time I did this and it was a little bit in the way, so I'm going to go, now I've actually fucking changed something and we're doing something. And that is the coolest part,
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's truly why I do it, to help in some sort of strange way. And, and that's about it, and for their families so they can say, oh, look at dad, he's working, I'm sure that's cool too.
About 35 years ago, I remember seeing a picture in a newspaper, seeing an article. Just the fire department in Lexington, Kentucky, saved a child that was on the third floor of a house, and he was wrapped up. They carried him out wrapped up in a blanket, but they saved that kid's life. They went in there and found that kid in that building and got him out.
Yeah, see, that's why, like I said, I always wanted to be that knight in shining armor when I was younger and shit, but I definitely can't do it now because it would be bad. I couldn't be able to perform the duties, Like, you can't just go, can't fail at it.
The city of North Las Vegas last night had a strip mall go up, and it's like I always say when out here, not where Dizzy is, but I always say here is when the snorkel goes up, the building comes down. And that's basically what happened out there. I mean, it was a wood building, no fire sprinklers in it whatsoever, and it started out as a 2-alarm and slowly, I think, went to 4, and had help from the city of Las Vegas. And when Pat gets on, I'll probably be able to get more because he knows more about it because he's with the fire department in North Las Vegas.
That's a cool saying. I never heard that before. When the snorkel comes up, the building goes down.
Yeah.
Right.
The other favorite saying I got, Dean, is we put the wet stuff on the red stuff.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah.
I've heard that before somewhere.
Was it the meth lab in the back that blew it up? No.
What was the other? The other one we used to sit there and tell everybody is when doing plan review on civil plans, you'd sit there and map out where the hydrants were in relationship to the building, and so you'd sit there and say, well, from fire lane access, the red curb access to a building, okay, so maximum travel distance from that fire lane to all portions of the building shall not exceed 150 feet. Well, everybody wanted to know where the 150 feet came, and that's the hose lengths that the guys have on the trucks. Before they start having to do connecting hoses together is 150 feet.
Right.
So we used to sit there and they go, okay, well, fine. Well, there's a gate here, there's fence here, no. It's the way hose lies on the ground, not the way the crow flies, the way the hose lies on. And so we had to sit there and constantly explain that to people.
Yeah, that's difficult too,
Actually, what you need to do is you sit there and explain it to somebody. Is you get somebody, have them straddle a 2.5-inch hose line, and then have the engineer pressurize the hose line. He'll learn.
Oh yeah. I can probably show you what he'll do. 1 second, Tom, and I'll show you.
Oh, cool.
This is going to be epic. Since you were talking about it, what do you see?
Epic.
Epic.
Tell me when to make you big.
Who's humming?
Dizzy's pals up on the couch.
Where'd he go? Oh man.
Oh, we saw your secret text from your girlfriend.
Holy shit.
So that's what happens, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeehaw!
That's how I hurt myself in younger days. See, I would have tried that.
I don't
Actually,
want to tell you that that's most of the women when they come over here. Hi.
yeah.
if you talk to most engineers on the trucks, they'll tell you what they do is when they charge the lines, they give it 150 psi. I mean, that's it. And that's SOP. Well, out here,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Well, they have the nozzle they can control it. But SOP is to hit it with 150.
Well, see, I remember in school, I was probably in the second grade, the fire department came and they let us get on the truck and look at everything on the truck and everything. And then they had people line up and they said, if you want to see what it feels like to spray the hose, and they had us open the nozzle slowly until it got to the point where it was too hard for us to spray it. But everybody got to see what it felt like to hold the hose in their hand and spray the water out of the hose. I'll never forget that. That's a vivid memory.
Probably somebody flying backwards.
I used to love going down. Well, we used to another plans examiner and me used to teach the rookie class, and we go down to the training center in Henderson, and look at him. Oh, he's such a good boy.
He's a puppy. You see a puppy?
Yeah.
More dogs.
Come on.
Look at his little puppy dog, Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Stop with the
Lick the face.
Enough of the face.
Red Rocket.
I just don't tolerate that. Yuck. The dog could lick any part of my body, but
Careful, don't rub his belly.
not my face.
Just don't give him peanut butter, right, Dave?
Yeah, peanut butter. Here we go.
I'll be back up on that one. Not any part of my body, but like my knee or my hand. Yeah, that's okay, but not never my
Red
face.
Rocket.
But we used to teach the rookie class of firefighters, and we'd sit there and watch them as we make a point to go down and watch them first time they had to handle a hose, and they started getting the pressures that they end up dealing with.
Oh, here we go, a fire.
I guess we could stop making him big, huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
He likes it.
Hey, I'm a little slow.
A little? I mean, oh, no, say it ain't so.
Yes, sir.
So Tessa, how you doing? I just noticed that you were there. Sorry. It was like 10 minutes ago. And Johnny Five, too. Holy crap.
Johnny
Five's been here for a while.
Dead Indian.
Yeah, for about 8 minutes. Same thing as
He's been on there a while.
I put the link up there. See if you wanted to jump up. What is it?
Not too far up.
It's going on midnight in the UK.
Oh, he's in the UK. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 till.
17.
They are exactly 8 hours between here and the UK in time.
For
5 hours
those
is
of
right
us
on
in the
the-
real world, Dean, the UK is 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
In the real world, oh.
It
Captain,
is. Yeah, it's only 5. Yeah.
let me explain something to you really quick.
Well, it depends what part of the UK.
East
though, right?
is least, west is best.
East is
No.
least, west.
The
is-
UK only has one time zone. That's it.
Really? Get the
Yeah,
fuck out.
just one.
And it's 5 hours ahead of us.
Yep.
So now it's 6 minutes till midnight.
Yep.
Till tomorrow.
Well, Dean drinks his Blatz. I think I'll have a PBR for Dean.
I haven't had a PBR forever.
PBR! Dude, you gotta watch.
Sir.
That used to give me so much gas that I could clear a room in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
The one that I just don't prefer is Budweiser, but that's probably the most popular. I think it is the most popular brand. It's a rice beer. It's not wheat. It's not a barley beer.
Barley and hops.
Yeah, but they make Budweiser with rice. I knew somebody that worked for Anheuser-Busch.
And
Dean, you get around, don't you?
Well, they went to my church. But let me warn you, he was a Presbyterian.
No, I wasn't.
Don't let the Presbyterians fool you. One time I was at a wedding. It was my cousin's wedding, and it was my
Here we go.
pastor. And that was before I started going to that church. But I remember
Oh, excuse me.
the guy that performed, we were at the reception, and he got himself smashed off of vodka. And this was a preacher. And don't kid you, these Presbyterians drink.
Anybody seen the movie American Pie?
Yes.
Yeah.
At band
I
camp.
like that.
The one time at band camp.
One
Yeah.
time at band camp.
Yeah. Dean did it twice. I know he did. He only tells them about one, but I know Dean did it twice.
Yeah.
Did it twice. What is that?
Dean,
Tungsten?
I see you all around, man. You are one funny fuck.
No, it's just a-
other people's channel you're talking about. Yeah.
It's an engraver.
I love talking,
I
man.
see.
Oh, okay.
I watch yours too. When they're all bored and you do your, I watch yours too. I
Yeah.
just never say anything, I like to sit back and watch like a TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the Truman Report or wherever. What was it?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. And Groundhog Day all wrapped into one.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
I brought two. I stuck it inside a Carhartt hat, so it should be still cold. It's like
You need
it's
a
a Yeti hat, man.
You need one of those Huggies that goes around your drink so it stays.
Yeah, we got them things. I got one on her now. And it's actually what the beer is too.
Nice.
Canadian Labatt's.
Hold it up there again, Dean.
Listen, Drive Shack just got a huge deal on a whole bunch of those.
Yeah, he lives close enough up. They have good beer up there.
Oh yeah. It's Budweiser and Labatt's are like they're almost the same. They actually taste the same to me because when
We got 50 beers for $40 or something.
they're cheap, man. 30 packs are like $24.
Yeah.
All together, said and done.
Cheer.
Cheers.
I haven't seen one of those since the Midwest. Man. God, now I got to look.
What's
The
up,
PBR.
PBR, I know I can get at my Total Wines and More.
Are you kidding me? You have to go to a Total Wine to get a PBR. You
Yeah.
can go at the gas station here. They sell PBR everywhere here.
Oh,
There's a
no,
funny-
no, you got it. I mean, what I can go to, well, hold on. I can go to any grocery store in the Las Vegas Valley and buy just about any alcohol beverage you can. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to pay grocery store prices.
Tom,
Captain.
there was a bar over here in Northampton, Massachusetts. They had PBR on tap. That was their regular draft.
Oh, man.
There's a bar right down here. It's a hole in the wall bar. That's the main beer they sell.
Yeah.
Is PBR.
This place up in Mass, it's not open anymore. The guy that owned it died some years ago.
Yeah.
Probably about a decade ago.
Right across the
Maybe 8 years.
right across the Wisconsin Illinois line used to be a bar called the Brat Stop. And if you wanted something to eat, that's all you got was bratwurst. Different types of bratwurst, different types of toppings on it.
Look, the dog's getting him. The dog's getting him.
He's getting him. Get him. Get him.
Get him. Get him, dog. Get him,
Oh,
doggy.
you
Get
get
him.
himself too.
Lick him. Lick him.
Nice doggy.
That dog's real friendly.
Oh, well, Jack Terriers usually are. That dog has
Funky, yeah.
has
I'd be so
has-
gross.
took Disney's
I'd
glasses.
be in the bathroom, splashing water on my face. It's not off of my
Now
face.
there, once you show them love, then they're addicted.
yeah.
he ain't gonna stop.
He'll come back. He'll keep coming.
Try again, and as soon as you give that little bit of attention, it's like, give me more. I want more attention, please.
Dizzy hasn't had this much action since high
Look in
school.
your face.
He
Now this is when you need a
adorable, though.
toy. You need a fetch toy because then it tires them out. That's what I learned growing up with a dog.
I don't know if he knows this or not, but he's muted right now.
Dizzy,
I think he's muted on purpose.
Yeah.
I think he's
there
purpose.
you go.
You missed it. You were saying he won't stop. He won't, and I said, "Stop it. Sit down." And he just stopped and sat right down. Like, my fucking dog is up to
Son of a bitch.
Huh? He's a good boy.
That's
But
cool
what are
shit.
people
Dizzy.
doing, huh? Are you looking at him?
I'm gonna leave these.
All right, now you got to ask him: does he like Bud Light or Bud White?
Are you Bud White or
Butt
Bud,
wipes.
are you Bud Light or Bud White?
Oh, no light beer.
Tina's gonna take him to the park.
Yeah, we drink full
Don't
power
don't
all
let
the time.
don't let that Bud Light fool you. I was over at Dizzy's and he
Not
had
light.
these 16-ounce things, and I thought they were 12 ounces. And I drank 2 of them. And I started getting a little buzz on them, going, "This is light beer. There's not that much alcohol in it."
It's young. People think
It'll
it's
fool you. That's 4.2% in it.
yeah, and I don't even drink, and I drink 2 of those. I'm like,
Yeah, I drank 2 of those 16-ounce Bud Lights, and I was like, I thought this was light beer. I'm feeling good right now. It's like, hang
Light
on.
beer is light in calories.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was less alcohol in it, but
Yeah,
I
because
No,
yeah, because alcohol is calories too.
Alcohol, less calories.
no, alcohol is
Alcohol
not calories.
is
Calories is calories.
calories and calories.
well, a friend of mine was on the Weight Watchers diet. Alcohol 0 points,
I have it up backwards.
Yes.
as long as it doesn't have anything else in it. You could drink gin. He drank a lot of gin while he was on the weight. He's not on that diet anymore, but
Yeah, I imagine why.
beverages he could drink. And
Drinking gin. Damn. No, I'm sorry.
he used to get smashed on gin, and we had these.
I was doing shots for a while, and last time when I went to the beverage center and bought beer, the liquor store is right next door. I didn't bother. We're just
I
gonna
went
stick
over
with
to
it.
help a friend roof his house one
No
time,
liquor,
and
no
he got started really great in the morning, had lunch, everything else, and then he started handing me glasses of stuff. Here, drink with ice in it. Drink. What it was moonshine. His version of moonshine.
Apple pie moonshine.
4 or 5 courses up on the roof, and I couldn't handle it anymore.
Oh, you're not kidding. That's the only stuff that gets me drunk. Beer does not do
It
it.
goes the other way.
Oh,
I tell you
get
what,
drunk.
that apple pie moonshine, it just tastes so good. You just keep sipping it and sipping
that'll
it.
get
It's
you
really
drunk
fucking
in a
powerful.
hurry.
And
I
that's
know
the
a guy that
thing,
pounds that
moonshine was
stuff.
so smooth, you couldn't. It was boom, 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 boom.
I know a guy that'll sit there and pound apple pie.
That stuff's so tasty. I love it.
It
It
is.
smells so
And
good.
Honestly, I don't care for fruity drinks.
Oh, man, it hits me hard though. I don't even remember when it does. I got
It
lucky.
doesn't
My
have
wife
apples in
drove
it.
me to a friend's birthday party and I had it, and I don't remember the ride home. I said, "Did I stay awake?" She goes, "Most of the way."
No,
I didn't remember anything, man.
Dean,
I told him I got to get down off this roof. I got to get off this ladder. I ain't got no legs under.
Was
He's
it sunny?
He-
Was it
he's
hot?
up there sitting there drinking drink for me, and he's standing up there going, "What's wrong?" And I'm going, "Oh Jesus, no."
hey Dean, you know the same guy that I know that pounds the frickin' the apple pie.
I do.
WTF, Mike.
Oh, what
Oh,
the-
really?
He will
Oh,
sit
Mike
there
pounds apple pie?
like the last bit of his bottle that's like that much left in his pint bottle, and he'll just
Yeah.
pound it.
That's potent shit, man.
Captain, I
That's
wanted
like
to ask
pure
you,
alcohol.
did
Man.
Jimmy
Yeah, it tastes
ever get
like
caught
you're
up on
drinking
the
soda
shots
or
on
something.
his Thursday night show?
Drinking
What?
fucking fucks.
Did Jimmy C ever get caught up on his shots on his Thursday night show?
He said he was all paid up.
That's what he said. I heard him say it.
He said
Well,
he was out. He said,
on Tuesday night, he never said if he drank my shot or not. I put money in for the shot. I think sometimes he just doesn't get them. I think he has 2 PayPal accounts, and if you send it, I just send it directly to his account, whichever
Well, you
one.
mean I can make a shit ton of money doing shots online.
Well, he was doing
I'll go back to the
$10
liquor
shots.
store tomorrow.
He set
I
the
was
price
sending him
at
$10. I mean, that's it.
and I think what the fuck Mike wanted to sit there and make sure that he was going to get him hammered that one night I was watching. And
Yeah.
kept donating until it sat there and said, okay. And it's
But he stopped.
you
Yeah.
going busy?
No, I said hi, Gaffa. He said
Oh.
busy.
"Hey, Gaffa."
Udsy. he
Gaffa
put in
can
Udsy.
join us.
No, he put in you dizzy. Oh, damn it.
No, I didn't. I put in just what you said. UDZY.
Yeah, but Gaffa spelled it right.
Oh, he spelt it right.
It's
Yeah,
still-
he
that could still be interpreted as UDZ.
You dizzy, yeah.
Hey, that's the way he told me to spell it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Train that long
Yeah.
day.
Udsy. You know, somebody told me I spelled sheeple wrong once in a comment. It was hilarious. They said you yeah. I spelled it SHEOPLE, like people, but with a sh on the front, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they said it was supposed to be SHEEPLE. And I said,
Whatever.
by the way, sheeple's not a real word, and that's how I choose to spell it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's my English and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I think it was more proper, you know, close enough that where you can understand sheep and people, you know.
Well, I would pronounce it the way you said it, Dean, whether the way the other guy wanted to write it.
Yeah. I think it was more to the point, you know.
Got to go for a refill.
Okay.
Oh man. I have to get
Get your
rid of these-
PBR.
the PBR. Oh, you guys, there's a fucking funny dude that sings a lot of funny shit, man. It's called Scuzz Twitley, and he has a song, "Keep Your Hands Off My PBR." Yeah, if you got a free couple of minutes, you know, check it out. It's fucking hilarious, man. This guy is really funny. He actually did a COVID video too. He's a little dirty, so don't show it to your kids. But
Well, you know what?
he's got a song, "Keep Your Hands Off My PBR."
Listen, Dean, all my kids are grown. My youngest daughter sent me a message last night at 10:01 p.m. She goes, "You're famous," and it gives me a heart. She goes, "All my friends talk about you now." I said, "I told you that years ago." She goes, "I guess the Leominster fire chief loves you. He watches all your videos." I goes, "Yeah, I got it that way, sweetheart." And I'm not even kidding you. The fucking messages are right there. You're famous, you know. She is so adorable.
That's nice.
Yeah. And you
That's
want to
good.
see something? Don't stop it. Look, there's my 15th grandchild.
Holy
Oh,
smokes. Cool.
cool.
Yeah, watch.
Awesome, Diz.
Whoops. Look at him.
Holy shit.
That's my 15th grandchild.
Dang. That's
I got
nice,
a couple
man.
of those.
Yeah, we need some more good people in the world. Have your kids keep doing it. And their
Oh,
kids-
no. Listen, I have 11 children. 15 is just a start. I already got one great granddaughter, and she's 5-ish. Yeah, right, Captain Jack? You met her
Mm.
at the party.
Yeah.
The
She
potty.
came with my daughter.
I'd be
So
going.
funny. She came with
I got-
my daughter.
I
Her
got 3 granddaughters, and I can't remember their ages altogether.
think
And
she-
Dizzy's got 11. Did you say it, Dizzy?
I have 11 children and 15 grandchildren.
15 grandchildren.
One great grandchild.
Hold it. Do you keep them all straight? Can
Dang.
you know everyone's name and age?
No.
Oh,
No.
thank you. Thank you.
I don't know them all. I got a big family.
We have an honest man here.
I mean, I do the best I can, you know, to take care of them and do anything I can to help now that they're all grown. And but that's all. I can't remember every single. They gotta call me.
No, there's no way to remember. You have to
That's
write.
why Facebook's good, you know, because it says, "Oh, your grandchild's birthday's tomorrow."
Well, see, that's the only reason I use
Like, oh
Facebook.
shit!
The truth be
That's
known,
the only reason
I know their birthdays, all right, but the thing of it is the age difference between the two is 2 years. So Emily just turned 9, so I know now Evelyn is 11,
Yeah,
and that's how I keep track is on birthdays.
yeah, you got it easy. You're talking about 3 kids here.
9? Oh, that makes your sister 11. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the younger one? How old is
Yes.
she?
Hey, the youngest one is easy. She just turned 1 in June. I got that down. I can do the 1.
Yeah, right now. We'll see in about 3 years. You'll be like, all right, this one's 16. That one's, oh man.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
just reminded me there's one coming
4
up.
years busy. I plan on being on the back patio with a big bowl and a beer and just don't give a shit about nothing.
Listen, I never thought I'd be
Fire one up.
around for my great grandchildren, and I'm already starting that road. So it's just cool as hell that I'm still around to enjoy them. And now the thing with us, we are the first generation that has the ability to leave something for our grandchildren, our great grandchildren. They're going to be able to go onto YouTube and hear our voice the way it was, hear how we were. You know, like in our videos, they'll say, "Oh, this is what Grandpa was into," and "Wow, that's cool." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to hear you, and that's I watch YouTube and I see a lot of fucked up shit. And if people just realize that it ain't about right now, it's about years from now. People are gonna see that, and someone's gonna say some sort of something and find your video.
It's funny.
Oh shit!
It's funny you say something like that because the only thing other than my memories and a few prized possessions I got left of my dad is what I did is when I was there at his house when we were packing up and getting ready to sell it after he had passed, is I took my phone and I recorded his voice message on his string machine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I have his voice. So every now and then I get a little down in dumps. I want to talk to my dad again because he was my best friend growing up and everything. I sit there and I play that recording.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. See, you think of if you had a YouTube channel and you could go watch 5 of his videos when you're feeling down. That's going to fucking cheer you up, and you get to hear him and feel the way he was at that time, and it'll just bring you back, you know. And I think that's the positivity about YouTube, you know, is it's something to leave behind that cost us nothing. You know, it cost us nothing to do this, you know.
Just go back and look at this video.
Yeah.
Though I'm embarrassed about a lot of my moments on live streams, but I never thought about that, you dizzy man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying about some of those shows I've seen you
They're
on.
gonna be there forever, whether you delete them or not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube owns the rights to them or something. So maybe years down the road, someone clicks something in that has your name in it or something, and that video pops up and say your great granddaughter. See,
Well, YouTube,
like, oh my God, look at Grandpa! You know?
no,
was
YouTube
nuts.
turns around and sits there and goes, "What do you want? You want a CD or a thumb drive of whose channel? Oh yeah, you dizzies, hold on. Oh, well, it's going to take 2 thumb drives. Oh no, 5 thumb drives. Here you go."
Fine. Listen, when it comes to me, that's it, you know, because I realize this and I know the importance, not only for me and my family, but for all these firefighters. It's the same thing. Their great grandchildren are going to be able to go and look at Grandpa fighting fires. So, you know what I mean? Years from now. And that's something no other generation has been able to do. And I think if everybody on YouTube grasped that a little bit, these live shows and these channels, they'd be so much better because they'd be looking forward to who's going to watch it in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's just another way to look at it. Everybody's fucking weird. I'm just
There's a
goofy.
whole
You know?
bunch of ways to look at things, and this
Yeah.
is another way that a lot of people might not have looked at.
Yeah,
Realize.
exactly. Yeah.
So it's cool. It's all cool.
That's why if you watch my channel, you know, Tom, there's nothing but clean and good shit on it, dude. Dean, I know you haven't watched, but if you ever decide, I'm super famous, dude. I'm really super famous, not like some kooks. And I do
Yeah.
great content on YouTube, you know, continuously. I'm putting up good stuff.
I should be subbed to you, right?
You don't look under Uggsy because fuck,
Yeah,
that ain't me.
Hey, Diz, anything new on your shop? Are they going to turn it into condos or what's
I don't
going on?
know. That's a whole nother thing. See, I don't think I'm gonna get thrown out of there no matter what.
Well, then put it back and go this way.
My landlord, one of his houses caught on fire the other day, and I was on the scene, and I helped him with the chief, had them meet up. I said, "This is Tony." I said, "He's the landlord at my museum." I said, "He actually owns this building too." And he was like, "Oh, I know Tony." Okay, so they all got there, and I think he appreciates what I'm doing. So, you know, so I don't think, and what he charges me is peanuts. So there's no talk of it being condos anymore that I've heard. And so,
Building, they
listen,
do
Tom,
so
if you've
much
seen
of
what I did yesterday in there, I'm going to just rig that airline and stuff up because I've actually cleaned that. The police bike is up in front. That other mini bike, nobody's seen because I planned on doing a series on that. I don't even know if Dean knows this, but I build mini
that
bikes.
green mini bike, you made that?
You know, I made it for Fat Steve.
Hold on, wait. Let's see, Cap. All right, Cap.
But this is the thing.
somebody's feeding
I'm
them.
a good dude, and somebody lied. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if you lie, then you don't deserve cool things like that.
Yeah.
Or this.
Fully restored. You know?
Or this right here, Dizzy.
I see the green one on your channel. I wasn't subbed, but I am now.
Oh, something like that. Big Tater. Yeah, this is just part of my museum.
That's cool.
I have to rewrite it.
Oh yeah.
That little see this red bike you can barely see?
Yep.
Dean, that's a Headstorm. That's made by the inventors of Indian motorcycles. That's the bikes they used to.
Oh, that's the little bike that they had in the
Really?
stores.
Yeah,
It was
it
a
was-
promotional item.
It's before Indian motorcycles, dude. By
Wow.
the builders of Indian motorcycles.
That's to encourage little kids to.
And I got that given to me and put in my museum. That is almost priceless, Dean.
Yeah, that's a real item.
When I learned how to ride a bike, I was gone. I never was home.
Hey, make me big
Never
for a
was home,
second.
man.
I'll show
Not me,
Dizzy
Dean.
this.
I was a poor guy and I never had any of those. And my friends would never let me ride there. So
Okay.
now I build them and give them away. Son.
Well, I had a Schwinn, I had a Huffy, and then I had a Schwinn,
We have a soothsayer.
and then I finally got a 10-speed bike. That was a big deal, in the 10-speed.
There you
Yeah.
go, Dizzy.
Oh, fucking right. Look at that.
Look at that.
Wow, you just
Yes.
burned that in there?
It'll go away eventually. It'll fade.
Fucking did the word.
This one does it
Fucking
too.
cool.
This one will do it.
1011 for 40 Cobblestone Lane, first responder. 10-19.
Doesn't do it as much, but it will happen. It'll stay there for like a second.
Way better. That was pretty cool, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
First floor.
This one does it.
There you go. Yeah.
Possible OD.
Is that black light you were showing me earlier?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't get that too close to your eye. Those all UV rays are really harmful.
Yeah, they
Oh,
sure
yeah.
are.
Look at that. That skull's awesome. You know, I got a few of those that Captain Jerk made, and you do some great work, Justin.
When we use lasers at work, you're supposed to put signs up. You know, lasers and use.
Oh,
you know,
we have those
rocket
signs
lid.
that where I used to work in the lab. They had
Here's that picture I was trying to get Tom to get.
What's up, Ricky Dove? How you doing?
you had to wear special
Yeah.
you had to wear special goggles when you went in there to protect your eyes from
I
the-
should be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna price them out and see if I could get a good pair for.
I'm
So,
closing my
yeah,
eyes.
you need to invest in a pair if you're gonna keep doing
I have a
that.
really good monitor, so I don't want to look at it. It's too realistic. Stop it.
I don't know. Nancy got me there.
Gaffer, what are you doing, my friend?
What are you, a gremlin?
Yeah, yeah. Bright lights.
There you go. I'm done. I'm just messing around with the freaking pointer. You know,
Okay.
just letting people see the effect. You know, see
you
what
can
it
see it.
looks like.
When you started doing it, and we had Dizzy up on, you could see it flashing in his face though.
Oh, you do it to me. I'll keep showing you pictures. I got tons of them. The city, they lit up certain things
I
in the
didn't say
city.
that.
Listen, the city lit up certain things in red to show appreciation to the firefighters. And look at this. I'm not sure can you see it?
Big red smiley face. Yeah.
Yeah, that smiley face is on a building downtown, and they lit it up red, and it just looks so cool. I was like, oh shit, that's like the Dizzy smiley face.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like it.
Love it.
Like it.
And then I seen Captain Jerk and his buddy. They went for a ride on their mini bike.
Oh yeah.
They went to vote. They were voting for Biden.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Ellie.
That's the way to travel.
They were like, I'm rolling up in this bitch. This deep, beep, beep, bitch.
You know what, big fella.
About a 1969 Sprint there. I know, my friend.
Single and ready to Pringle.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, wow.
I don't know what Hazy's doing over there in that crowd, but
Yeah, right. I mean, come on. Now.
Yeah, we can never get hazy up there.
Dizzy, trying to keep his end up.
oh shit, sometimes it kills me.
I heard you can use a Pringle can to make a noise suppressor for a 22 rifle. But I never thought you could use one that way.
I got a gift. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I got this gift and I hung it up in the museum.
Oop, hold on.
Did you see that, Tom?
Yeah. I saw that when you first got it.
Yeah, it's
do.
pretty
I do.
cool. So let's see if I
You
hold
showed us that. Yeah.
it this way. Yeah, I hung it up in the wall. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, Dean, I have
Oh,
I have a fire museum. I got tons of all kinds of fire stuff. Statues. Look at that fire hydrant. It looks like a Chinese guy. I got so much stuff, Dean, it's not even funny. Oh, and this is it up close, what it really says. Crossing the city with you, Dizzy, on our way. It made me a fucking badge and everything.
Fucking
Cool.
A firefighter in Maine actually sent that to me. I'm touched by the kindness of these people, you know. And see, these are the ones that I was making. Oh, where is it? You see how I'm making? I did that's the Worcester cold storage. We lost 6 firefighters. I made that. Those bricks are right from the cold storage building. And then I got a memorial in the. I'm making smaller ones for the other firefighters because me and Tom, if you notice, we're wearing this shirt, and these are all 9 firefighters that we've lost in the city of Worcester. And
Oh wow.
Tom actually has the same shirt on because he's a freaking supporter. And it says on the back, we'll never forget, you know? And that's what it's about. You see, for me, I'm all about that, you know? And here's a picture of the night. Oh, there you go. Freaking right. You see, he's got it right there. All of them are on there. And there's a picture right here. I don't know if you'll even recognize this. What is this, Tom?
Oh, Jesus. That's the start. Oh, God. That's
What is that? That's a green shield. That's his first fire, dude. And
Yeah.
that's the chief laughing at him because he's in Dizzy's video. He's like, "Oh, your first fire."
Oh,
Dizzy's got
okay.
ya."
Now I see what you're talking. I didn't understand.
Yeah, he's a green
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. And this is him. You see, that's exactly what the chief said. You see, he's like, now he goes, "Now you made it. You're in Dizzy's video." And Steve started laughing. And this guy in between them, that's a Brotherton. He is one of our fallen heroes' sons, and he's a firefighter also.
Cool.
You know, one of the fallen six. That's one of their sons, and it's just epic, man. You know, I could go on and talk about that shit forever. You don't even understand.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold it. What's Cap got going?
I just lit it up with the pen with the.
You carved the back of his head out.
Uh-oh.
Dizzy, you're off it, pal.
Oh,
I'm
man.
off.
That's the top of the head.
What am I off, Ricky? He must have seen some of those nasty pics.
Why does it only light up on the top unless I'm missing?
Because all the glow powder settled to the bottom of the mold.
Oh,
When
okay.
they're in the mold, they're like this.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
This is my
And all the
this
glow
is my
powder
only
settled to the
picture I can
bottom.
share.
There it is.
Okay. All right, Dean, what do you got going on?
Food is done.
Dean's got to go eat.
I gotta eat. Holy crap! Really fucked the camera up, didn't it?
Dinner bell.
Oh, yeah, there
I
it
know
goes.
this. If you don't answer that, I know this. If you don't answer that text, you starve.
In the doghouse for days.
Yeah,
You'll be
no.
pizza and
Hey,
Chinese for a
I'll
week.
just mute it. I'll mute it for now. Feel free to kick me out if you need to bring
All
anybody
right,
else up.
we're only going to be on for 4 more minutes, man. So just go ahead and go.
Oh, all right, man.
Only a 2
All right,
hour
guys. Hey,
Yeah, they only do a 2-hour show.
Captain,
so.
Dave, Tom, and all the people in the
So Sunday
chat
night,
room.
if Jimmy C does a Sunday night show, and I hope he does, I will be able to be there. I won't be tired.
You might see me on another one
I
tonight
think
somewhere.
one of Jimmy
Oh, I know I will. I know I will.
for almost 3 weeks to burn
Chime in, man. Let me know. Let me know.
No, I'm not gonna, but just know I'll be there.
In a code way, you can. I won't say anything.
Listen, I got over 10,000 subscribers, Dean. When I
Oh yeah, you
right in
definitely
the
don't
chat,
want to associate
people
with
just, yeah, I can't, yeah.
Well,
Oh no.
They
Yeah,
won't
definitely.
know who you are.
No,
I'm a last resort guy that you bring on your show. You know.
no, sir. You are hilarious, Dean. I love you, man. You make a lot of the shows you go to.
on the show.
Yeah, you make a lot of the shows you go to. Let me say that.
Yeah, he kind of does make the joke sometimes.
Well, if Dean's taken off and it's 4:27, it's past
420. We missed it.
I missed 4:20. I missed it.
That's just over there. It's 7:27 over here.
Oh, well,
7:27.
we'll go ahead and end the show. Dizzy.
coming out of the sky.
Yes.
Okay, well,
All
we'll
right. Everybody have a good one.
You be
later.
brother. Thanks for having me.
Right.
Tom, thanks for having me up. Dave.
Jerk, Ricky Dove, Dressa, everybody.
Later.
Peace.
Later.